Hey guys, Dave here again with another how-to video. Today we're going to set up the multi-user on an existing WordPress installation. So I have a site here, and this is just a dummy site, so I'm not concerned about passwords or anything. But we're going to set up, but it's a single user site now. We're going to turn it into a multi-user. And the thing about multi-user is it allows you to have hundreds or even thousands of installs on your server, and they're all sharing the same resources. So you install a main site, and you install all the plugins and themes that you want, and then you can create subsites that will use those resources. So the big benefit of that is it saves a huge amount of space on your server, number one, and maintenance is easy because you only have to update one site. You have to just update the plugins and the themes on the main site, and all of those updates carry through to the subsites. So there are huge companies using this. I believe the BBC has a blog network that uses this, and the installation is really very simple. So I'm at an existing site that I have. This is just a garbage site, as I said. It's going to be trashed. So the first thing we need to do is go into the wp-config file and add one single line of code. And I'm going to do that through my file manager in cPanel. So here's our wp-config file, and I'm just going to click on Edit. And I'm just going to go all the way to the bottom of this file. And right down here where we see this line of text is that's all, stop editing, happy blogging. Right above that line, I'm just going to insert this piece of code. And I'm going to paste this code in the description below this video so you can actually just copy it off there. But all this does, it tells WordPress that we're using a multi-site on this installation. So that's in. I'm going to save changes. And I go back to the site now, and I go into Tools, right down here. And I actually have to just refresh that. Let me just click Tools one time and that'll refresh. Okay, and now we have network setup. So that line of code we just pasted into the wp-config file turns this option on. So we go into this, and we're getting a warning to deactivate the plugins. Okay, so I'm going to head over and deactivate all the plugins right now. And this brings me up just to the active plugins. And click on deactivate. Okay, so all the plugins are deactivated now. I'm going to head back into Tools, Network Setup. Okay, good. The message is gone. And normally you could have it set up so that it uses a subdomain or a subdirectory. You have that option if it's setting up as a new file, as a new install. But since this is an existing install, we have to use the subdomain option. So that's fine. We're going to let that go as is. So this was the only option in here. Now we just have to click on Install. And now we have some additional code that we have to put in our wp-config file. So I'm just going to copy this, right click, and I'm going to head back to here, and this is going to get pasted in right below that other line of code that I just put in there. Okay, and I'm going to save this. And then we have to paste this code into our wp-config file. And this has to overwrite what's the WordPress stuff that's already in there. So I'm just going to copy all this, right click and copy, back to the file manager, and I have to locate the .ht access file. Okay, there's our ht access file. I'm going to click on that and click Edit. Alright, so all we have to do is overwrite this code that's in here already. Hide all that and paste in the new stuff. Click Save Changes, and we should now have a multi-user version of WordPress here. Go back to the dashboard. Okay, so we can see we have now this new option here, My Sites, and that'll show us all of the installs we have. Right now we just have the one. If we want to install more, we'd have to go up here to this little new menu up here, click, and that drops down to Network Admin. Go into our dashboard, and we could create a new site, create a new user right here. So that's all it is. It's about a 5-minute process, and you can literally have 1,000 versions of WordPress on your server for little or no space, and that can all be updated at the same place. So the multi-user version is really pretty powerful, and it's so simple to install. You can see in just a couple of minutes. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, if you thought it was useful, please follow me on my channel or comment on this and let me know what you thought. Thanks for listening.